Chat, are we really here? Missed you guys. How are we doing? It has been way too long. It has been way too long since I gave some feedback. We got quite a few submissions. One of them is already broken. Fantastic. Let's see, let me change this. Yo! Whole gang up in here. I think the plus is that you guys all have been cooking. It's been a while where you grew a whole ass beard. I did grow a beard. That is... I had to do it for work, funnily enough. Needed the beard, but... Yo! Kelly B. Docs Tree. Mr. 5 AM. Sam. Alright, let me switch it to this. First ID back, we got a Haze ID. He has returned. I have returned. I have returned indeed. I am missing my clipboard. Where is it? Clipboard's back. Still notes from last time. We gotta get the fresh clipboard and a pen. Like, so much mess on my desk. Does this work? It does. Alright, let's go. Ooh. Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay. Love that solo. Now I feel like I'm home. Okay, there's so much of this that I really like. I like that you're kind of going further and further into this like very particular style of yours that's like focuses super hard on like crazy distorted synthesis. And I actually appreciate the like leaning away from like typical drum rhythms, because it feels like, especially here, it's like there's no like standard, shall I say, or like typical drum pattern here that's like recognizable. I guess in terms of like in between drums is what I want to say. What I think as well is like there's a feeling of like sometimes this like drift. Okay, what I wrote down is like, for me, this part here, drum-wise, feels inconsistent with this. Like, you can tell it's all part of the same song, but it feels a bit too, I don't know, like it's not punchy enough for me. Like the drums feel incredibly roomy compared to the completely dry, essentially, like electronic drums you have before. So I do wonder if you could, like, I think that the pattern is fine. I think it's mostly just like finding a different kick that's not quite as roomy, or if you're making the drums intentionally roomy, to just like walk it back a little bit and do it more in parallel, so you keep the roominess and you keep that sense of like this is an acoustic drum, but find something that's a little more consistent or like in line with the stuff that's coming before it. Another thing that's like really small is like here. We have like a little bit of Atmos, but I do wonder if we could have a little bit more atmosphere and like that's like really a field recording of like air, almost, of just pure room Atmos. And what size of room you want is not really important, and just plop it in here only for this little section, to get a little bit more of that feeling like this is like playing in like an open space. It might already be in there, but if it doesn't really feel audible. Like I feel like the need for it, but like it's not quite being satisfied. Like especially in the high end, like I'm really just missing that super wide, like just that little bit of real room tone. Room atmosphere would be nice, yeah. I think it would. Other than that, I mean, I really like all the rest of the stuff. Like, this is cool. I honestly think, though, this, you could just make it shorter. If you want. I mean, if you like. You mentioned it being repetitive. The thing about something being repetitive is, like, it's repeating. And it feels, at some point, like it becomes stagnant. And so the question is, does it need to be this long? And if so, if it has a real reason for being this long, then what can I do to, like, take advantage of that length? Because I don't want to say, like, make it worthwhile, or, like, you know, it's like, what can you do with that amount of space that's going to make it interesting? So, like, what sort of melodies can you plot that are really long, that are like, slow things that start all the way over here and go all the way to over here, that don't necessarily interfere or overlap so much with this solo stuff in the middle. You get that sense of like there's just something happening in the background that you won't necessarily know but is happening, but it will help shape a little bit that feeling. You could also automate more stuff, take something out. You can always add more stuff, but I find that if you take something out, it helps a lot. When you at least consider, like, when you start to think about, like, oh, what do I actually need in this? Like, is there something that I can actually live without in the song? Is there something that, or in this section? Because you can bring it in later, right? It's just like, I'm going to remove, if I have 32 bars of stuff, it's like, can I get rid of this, the first 16 bars, the first 8 bars? And it's like, okay, no, fine, it doesn't feel right. Can I replace it? Can I change it? Can I change the notes? Can I progress it in some way during the first 16 bars and then let it ride out? Or can I let it ride for the first 16 bars and progress it at the end? Or do I want to do like a dip where it's like it starts in this way and then it undergoes some sort of change and comes out different on the other end or the same? Like, I think whenever it comes to like this feels stagnant, you just have to think about what you can do to make progression. What can we do to make progression, even if it loops back to the same place at the end, as long as it's progressing in the middle, and it's not the only thing that's going. It's fine, right? Like, not every element needs to be in the front and center, but every element needs to feel like it's contributing. That's pretty much all I have to say about this. Otherwise, I think this is super cool. I like this vibe. And this cover perfectly encapsulates what you're going for here. Like, it comes through that this has this like sense of like openness and yeah. The Colin Bew. Alright, let's go. ASMR Atmos. Da, 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 da. I want to try lowering this because like I think the sub needs to be louder, like the low sub, because I'm feeling like I want it to go down, and it's I can hear that it's like there, but it's not quite hitting enough for me, or it's something else that's going on, and it just gives me the impression that there's like not enough sub. But something about the bass feels like it's not quite whole. What could also be the case is like your sub is hitting loud enough, like it's hitting at a point where you can measure it, and you're like, oh, but this is loud enough, but it's not coming across that way. You might need to bring in 1 or 2 more harmonics with some distortion of that sub so that it feels full, so that you get that reinforcement of, oh, the sub is loud. Let me just try turning it up for laughs. Yeah, I think it might actually be the latter of what I said. Because here I'm boosting like 120-ish. The other thing I'd say is like the width overall is a bit underwhelming. Like, it's rather mono. Like, I'm missing a bit of that, like, elements that are creating the width. Whether you want your lead to be wide, which I don't think it needs to be, but it'd be nice if there was maybe an extra layer in there that's still soft, but gives you a little bit more of that width. Or if you just had some more zippy panning stuff going around, because I think that would also enhance the vibes of this. Like, for example, these like wow, wow, these like shouts that are kind of like floating away. I think those could be definitely wider. Like, that's just slap an ozone imager, like make it 50% wider and see how it feels, because then you get a little bit of that that width, even if it will make the whole song, like the main elements, feel a bit more mono, it's okay, I think. If that makes sense. Guys, I almost feel like I'm rusty at feedback, but I think I'm also just a little tired. Very soothing, that snap though. Slow plus reverbed. Slow plus reverb on this would go hard. I also think there's a little more need for high end. Like if I boost it. It's just like top end. I also think you could like you could switch up the snap a little bit or add an extra layer to the snap. It doesn't have to be like a clap or a different snap. I would suggest something more like a little percussion to layer in every now and again. Just to give it a little bit of change, so you get that feeling of like it's the same like downbeat, but it has a little bit of a different texture and a different impact. Where that should be, my preference is always on like the third clap or the fourth clap, because usually that's kind of when it's like, okay, we kind of need something to freshen it up, and it's either the second to last or the last clap before something loops again. But it doesn't have to be. It's just something I personally like doing, and it's, in my opinion, it's free because you're not really distracting. You already need something that's going to fill that space, and it just kind of adds a little bit of extra schmizzle, you know? Extra stuff. Dubstep snare, yeah. Oh, hell no. Ranked feedback. That would be insane. Dawn 2. I love this fucking ISO speed clip. It's so good. This is not a Don Toliver beat. It was, but I gave up and made house. Okay. Let's see what it sounds like.
I don't have the song.
Change your mind, like waiting on a sunrise. I could see it coming in your eyes.
Love that little synth in the back.
Counting all the colors, I hate the way I jumped in. Secondhand high off of your lies. Yeah, I loved you and I don't know why.
Feedback, father. Yeah. No, don't disappear. That's my job. Ooh.
On your lips, cigarettes, you were bad news. Reminisce as I'm haunting your bedroom. That last kiss, yeah, I hope that it burns you. Nothing hits like the summer I had you. On your lips, cigarettes, you were bad news. Reminisce as I'm haunting your bedroom. That last kiss, yeah, I hope that it burns you.
Ooh.
let me go. Like waiting on the high tide, I could feel you shifting. All I know is you were never all mine. Hate the way I dove in. Secondhand high off of your lies. Yeah, I loved you and I don't know why. Frozen in
The drums in this are all great.
July.
Super fitting.
Freeze framed but burn your mind. Nothing hits like the summer I had you. On your lips, cigarettes, you were bad news. Reminisce as I'm haunting your bedroom. That last kiss, yeah, I hope that it burns you. Nothing hits like the summer I had you. On
Da, 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 da. This lead is super nice. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. Nice outro. Here you kind of could do with an impact. Even if it's just like a really low sub, you just like boom. Just like something that gives like a little bit of a fade out. Okay, I like this. I really, really like this. I would say for me, the biggest thing is like in the arrangement, and that it feels like too stagnant. This is good. My main problem is with like the way that the chords just play all the time. And it's always on the same sound. So what I would recommend is like you need to have way more of a steep progression. And that involves leaving this probably where it is. Because these chords are super nice. I really like the sound they're on, but here I would not put the whole chords on the bass in here. I would leave this empty in the sense that like if you're gonna put the chord stuff in here, only take the root and the top note. And maybe even remove some of the melodies, like just let it be the vocal here. I actually think you need like less stuff here so that this next part. Because I really need this bigger jump here. I would also filter the bass here. Because if you like take out a couple of elements from this intro and let it be a little bit more chilled, like you don't want to remove everything. Just like a couple of things that are going to be more special for here. And filter the bass so that it's not so full. So you just get that like low end. Yeah, we get a little bit of the like sub 200 hertz, but nothing beyond that. You'll create a much bigger change. You'll draw more attention to the vocal. And again, this will feel special then. And I think the build in terms of energy feels very, it's like it's quite slow. And that's okay. I think that the build elements that are like, oh, we are building is cool. But I do wonder if there's like a little bit more drama we can inject into this here. Because here, like this fill, this like, to me, it's like, I don't want to say lazy, but it's not exciting. I need things to be automated and to be like changing in here. I need like a or like a or something is going on so that we get the sense of like this movement aside from just like, because that's kind of all we have is like a little bit of a white noise. Fun fact, the background chord is a cymatics loop. Hell yeah. Cymatics are great at what they do. Cymatics are great. I just want more. I want more like automation. I want more weird stuff that's like progressing in this build. Because I think if you can nail the build in like this section before it, this song will be great. And then leave the outro, the intro more stripped back. Because everything else here is good. The other thing, the last thing I'll say about this is like for the lead, I love the lead, but you could also do some like delay throws where you have a send with some delay on it, some like quarter, eighth, or like what I really like doing is like having the left and right channels be two different timings. So you have one that's like an eighth and a half, or a quarter and a whole bar. Because you'll then get like really nice interplay in terms of like, especially some ping pong. It's just like you're getting like stuff that's like bouncing around and it feels super interesting. And you do have spaces in this melody where like the lead is not happening, and getting some like delay in there. And it doesn't have to be on the sound, by the way. It could also be a delay throw that's playing the same notes of the melody, but is only doing the delay throws. And so then you just automate it so that da 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 da. I'm just gonna use this da, and then it's not this sound like the lead that's playing it. It's like you have like a pluck that's like a pyung or like a dunk. It's playing the same note, but then it's like dung 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 dung, like going on in the background, which will add another layer of depth because it's not the same sound, but it's playing the same note and it's filling the space and it feels super cool. And like, I don't know, that's the type of stuff for me that like makes a production really like, oh man, you really thought about this a lot. You really gave this like as much as you could give it. I think this deserves that. Wait, there's also a transition in here that feels like it could be stronger. Here as well, like this feels like it needs like one or two more transition elements that are just for the transition, and then it'll be minty. Because here it feels a little bit like blocky, you know, like it's like, oh, we have exited the drop and we are now doing the after drop, instead of like, oh, moving on to the next thing. It's like, oh, we already moved on. Oh shit, this is cool. We're in the next thing now. It feels very like transparently like grid. Working on getting vocals? Hell yeah. An Evan Scott tune. We're so ready. That's my calendar. Thank you. Hopefully all of that feedback is helpful. Alright, next up. Mellow dub clarity without vocals. Nice. Wow. Love that. Loving how you did the detuned lead as well. Da 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 da. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Okay, one, I really like overall like the arrangement of this. I will say for me, it's mostly like there's two things that really stuck out to me. One, I love this little lead. This ding ding ding, but it feels a bit too dry for what's going on here. So I'd like to hear like more sparkly processing and maybe a little more reverb. What I will say is the reverb could be gated. Or done in a way so that you still get the dry hit of this like lead, and then you just get reverb that comes in after it. Because you have reverb on it and it has a little bit of delay, but it feels very like and I kind of want it to be a little more washed out and like spaced out, so that then when we get it in here, this like effect of it, because this is giving me the same vibe. It feels like the same instrument even though it's not. Yeah, I kind of want to hear it more washed out because it'll fit really nicely into the whole atmosphere of this. It just feels very distinctly dry. Anyway, that could be using like a crystallizer or like something else to give it like sparkle and like, you know, that like spreading it out so it's not just like ding ding ding, so it's like tring tring tring. The other thing I felt is here, the acoustic drums, they're fine. I like the sound of them in the sense that like they're good choices, but I think they need maybe a little bit of like tasteful saturation, because I do feel a little boring. And so I think a little bit of like parallel distortion where, you know, you're like, you have a cool sound that you get out of the drums, and then you put like 40% mix or 60% mix on it, or 80, or do whatever you want. Whatever's going to sound appropriate. Because you don't want to like distort the hell out of these and just like completely transform them. But I think just giving them some character and maybe also some EQ before and after your distortion to give it a little bit more tone will really make these, if done correctly, will make them fit a lot better in the mix and just make this whole section more exciting. Because on account of the drums, it feels a little too like, okay, like where are we going now? Like, come on, let's get to it. The other thing that I think will help sell this in the mix is a convolution reverb. I think you need to send your kick and your snare through there, because they feel a bit, yeah, not real. Like not in the mix. They feel kind of like they're sticking out. So I think just a little bit of like, you know, parallel, you know, convolution reverb just on a send, just like a short, you could do 2 reverbs as well, but I think just like a shorter room reverb will really help make these feel alive. You could even send them through like a cabinet, like a really short impulse reverb. Like short, I mean like 30 milliseconds, just to get a little bit of the early reflections and stuff that you normally get in a room. Or you could do something that's like longer, like 150 milliseconds or something like that. You just have to see and experiment a little bit and see kind of what sounds good. There's not a great way for me to explain like, oh, it needs exactly this sample with, you know, it's unrealistic for me to try and explain here, even though I'm trying. Bad at cookie producing after hearing this? Maybe a little bit. Very short reverb is goated? Yeah. Short reverb, I think, is something that people forget. It's like you have like these long ass reverbs, like everyone's like, oh, reverb, and their first thought is like Valhalla, which is not bad, but especially once you get to the point where you start hearing reverb in real life, like you go into a room and you can hear the reverb, you start to realize that a lot of times it makes sense, especially when you want something to sound acoustic and played, and it's not actually a recording or it's a sample, that you should go through the effort to add some convolution reverb, some impulse response, real reverb, like recordings of real rooms, and not like a digital reverb per se, because it just sells it so much. Are you proud of me? I'm sure I will be in about 2 minutes and 27 seconds. The flute of filth and grooviness. I like the way this sounds. Ooh. Ooh. This is different than I was expecting. Okay, you have my attention. Whoa. Wow. What? Oh. Love the little pew-pews. Yes! Yo!
Drop it like it's hot.
Jesus Christ, you went fucking hard. Oh my god, I left you for like a month or 2 months or whatever, and it's like completely different vibe. I love this style so much. I love this. I can't wait for you to put this out, because I will be listening to this frequently. This is like, I wish I could make this. I will say this part of the mix does sound a little bit like plasticky. Like there's something about it that's like, it's like missing a little bit of like mids for me. Okay, let's... Like, to me, this sounds a little bit better already. Like, it's not perfect, but... Okay, so to explain what I'm doing here, so I was experimenting. I'm like boosting like the slightest bit around like 700, but it's mostly around like 1500. Then I'm like really giving it a large bell, and then a smaller one around like 3K. And mostly what I'm trying to do is just like lift up the mids again, because it's like super disco smiled. And that just means that like the low end is high and the high end is high, but there's this and this, but then like the mids are like in the valley. So it starts to sound not real. It's like not present, and you don't have this problem later. Like you. Like, I'm gonna be real. To me, I like this better, but I do like the sound of mids. Like, I really spend a lot of time listening to music that has really heavy, like it's very saturated in meaning. Like, there's a lot of mid frequencies. It's a ton of stuff with vocals in it. So this doesn't need to be this mid heavy. Although personally, I love the sound because it's so present and with you. Like, this is cleaner. Like, I think this is fine. I still think you could use like a little bit of like, it's a little too much, but what I really want to get to with the flute is like, the flute is fucking nasty. I love it. It's a little resonant though. There's like a few peaks in there that are like too much. And I wouldn't go to the extent of saying like soothe this, but maybe just find like old school. Go through with a really sharp bell and just pick out a couple of resonances that are like clearly just like the note hits in it. It's just super sharp, and just notch those down like 5, 6, 7 dB, and you'll be in a good spot here. Egyptian trap arc. That's literally where we're at. It is an XL type lead. Frick, I forgot to submit. We'll submit, baby boy. Come on now. But otherwise, I fucking love this dude. I fucking love this piece as well. What I will say, we need more sub on the kick, and I think probably sub in general. Like, that to me sounds better now. That's like, it's like not even that much. It's like a few dB, and I'm starting the curve at like, what, 200 hertz? But it just like, it makes the bass like really present then, and it just hits. All right, we in? Yeah. But I love this dude. Fucking kudos to you. This makes me so happy, dude. Like, this is so fucking cool. This is so cool. It's like probably the most you thing I've heard, because I can hear elements of like a bunch of the other stuff you've made, but also there's like something really fresh in here. Still think that the mids need to be boosted on here. All right, next up, ID Kelly B. I really like this type of sound. Also, I'm starting to record some vocals. Yeah, we got him. We fucking got him. Let's go, vocal gang. Wow, this is a great picture. Have you released any of this? I need to know, like... I need to, like, yoink this, and then... Dude, this is fucking insane. Can I go back? What I was listening to before? There we go. I will say it feels like, I don't know, something about the mix is like a little underwater, but overall I definitely think this is like very nice, very make me happy. Very make me happy to hear this. I want to hear vocals on this. Intro is good. I will say, it's like sometimes I feel like when you send these demos, there's like disconnect. There's like a nice break and a nice drop, but it feels like sometimes they're not quite as related as they need to be. Especially, maybe not especially, but like it's something that you just want to be careful of as you develop the demos more, is that like everything stays connected. Because sometimes, especially with your melodic stuff, that doesn't happen. It always feels really tight. But with this more, it's like less melodic focus, a little more like hard. Sometimes I feel like there's that disconnect where you have these really pretty breaks that aren't quite feeding into your drop super well. And I think a couple of like little percussion or drum fills, I know I say it a lot, but like could sell this here. And what I would say is, like, if you don't like doing percussion fills, try bass fills. Like, try processing some drums as though they were basses and see where that gets you. And program them like basses, automate them, or do whatever you want with them like basses, but start off with a percussion sound, with a sample. Because you might end up on something really cool there where you get like a weird fusion of, like, you have something that's originally has the tonality of a drum, of a percussion, but it gets used like a bass and processed like a bass and has this like weird outcome that, like, it's still got a little bit of a like transient nature from where it came from originally, but it's a bass now. Could be cool. That's my feedback. Ooh, we'll definitely try that. Yo, mate. I really like you, Plextro. Okay, let's listen to this. No problem, mate.
This episode 3.
Whoa. Okay. Aight, bro. I will say that the intro's a little empty for Complextro, but I see where it's like the effort has gone. I love the bass line on this. Damn, I kind of wish the sub, like that low bass, that I think it's a bass guitar, but if it's a little more saturated, so it pops out a bit more, and you can feel it as it moves. But it might muddy up the mix a little bit. Otherwise, the lead is a little too much high end. And I'd really like to hear a couple more like textures in like terms of chord stuff. because you have a lot of really synthy stuff, and it'd be cool to hear like also some more like little Foley-ish type of layers, or something that like spices it up a little bit, that has like a little bit of that like almost like whack where you're like, what the fuck is this type of thing. Because I know that's like a part of sound design that you can definitely do. You can throw in some like cool like little neuro bass layers that especially processed in like a Daria core complextor way will just land super well in this. At least that's my intuition is telling me that. My intuition. Maclip reminds me of Zave. Yeah, it gives very much Zave vibes, which is a big compliment. Zave, mega goat. Also, Zave does a lot of breakdowns of their projects. So like maybe see what you can take out of their stuff. Might be some stuff in there where you're like, cool, this feels like me and that feels like me, and that's like stuff I really find cool. And just like chuck it in there, you know, just like fun samples, things from IPs that you like. It's like all, that's exactly what Complextor is all about. Just like throw it in there. Another Kelly B. We'll do it at the end. Dust to dust. Hell yeah. I want to listen to this. So this is a collab.
Before the come down, take another one down. I'm in the wind when it's sunny out. My nose runny when I'm running now. You chatting funny, what you want about? All I wanna do. Half of me feel like one of you. But I couldn't leave when I wanted to. When you knew.
Kind of digging that gated snare.
True say, on a do say, watch my mood change. I've been wilding out for 2 days. Had to settle down, I was too crazy. Air I was getting too hazy. Watch the smoke clear. No fear, I just seen a ghost here. Oh my god, I'm not low tier. I hit the top when the coast clear. Talk is cheap, man, you talking to a go here. I mean, you talking to the go here. Mean girl, she doesn't even go here. Mean, but not meaner than the flow here. Before the come down, take another one down. I'm in the wind when it's sunny out. My nose runny when I'm running now. You chatting funny, what you want about?
I really like the drum choice. Ooh, that's exactly what I was hoping for.
My nose running when I'm running now. You chatting funny, what you want about? All I wanna do. Half of me feel like one of you. That I couldn't leave when I wanted to. One you knew, one you true. Watch the smoke clear. No fear, I just seen a ghost here. Oh my god, I'm not low tier. I hit the top when the coast clear. Talk is cheap, man, you talking to a go here. I mean, you talking to the go here. Mean girl, she doesn't even go here.
This is super cool. I love this like little section here.
Before the come down, take another one down. I'm in the wind when it's sunny out. My nose runny when I'm running now. You chatting funny, what you want about? True.
Super cool. Okay, there's a couple of. First of all, I really like this. It's such a you vibe as well. Like it's got like there's stuff written all over it, and how you pick your sounds. I don't know. Almost has this like mix of like R&B, but also like Weekend in here, but also something else that I'm not quite picking up on. Or that I'm not like able to articulate. Okay, first thing is like I think this transition. This here, it kind of like we just lose the drums and we keep going, and I do think that it would be cooler if there was like at least something of some like Foley sound, like a wheel spinning, or sirens in the background, only because I heard it just at the end, or like a hospital bed. I don't know, like it's just something to give, and it doesn't have to be. I'm just thinking of like real world stuff because I think it would complement, especially mix wise, like fit really well in here. It doesn't have to always be a musical element to be a cool transition. In fact, oftentimes I find it's when the more musical something is, the more impactful a non-musical element becomes in the mix, because you get that really, not even in the mix, but in the song, right? Because you get that nice contrast. But it could even be something as simple as like a coin spinning, or a little, like a little zing off of a saw lead. Just something to give it pop as you're heading into this next section, and draw your attention, so that in a way it's almost like a card trick where you're trying to distract somebody from the fact that we're moving on. You're like, oh, look at this thing up here, and it's like, oh, we're in the next section. It's like, oh wow, something has changed already, cool. Instead of it like being like you're watching and then all of a sudden it's like, we have reached the end of the line. And it's like watching as we like go on to the next thing. It's like, eh. Sometimes that is an effect you want. Most of the time I find that my favorite stuff is really good at guiding my attention and making it not feel arranged. Like it's this organic, permanently flowing thing that's just unfolding with all of these different layers of stuff going on. I hope that makes sense. I know I'm getting a little flowery with my language here, but I made a beat, then he added vocals, then I did more production arrangement. Gotcha. Yeah, the siren in there is a bit quiet. It needs a little more pop to me. The other thing I would say is like the here.
I wanna do half of me felt like one of you that I couldn't leave.
I'm missing like a little bit of like melodic fill stuff in here, which it kind of comes in here.
I hit the top when the coast clear. Talk is cheap, man.
Like this is great. I'm missing like boom, 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 or like something here, because it gets like I'm missing something that's like layering with this chord to give it more depth. It feels a bit two-dimensional then when it's just the chord and the vocals. And what I would recommend is, usually for these type of sections, when you want it to be more stripped back, take notes out of the chord progression. Like literally, like just say like, okay, instead of this note being in the chord progression, I'm just going to put it on a different sound. Even if it's sustained and it's layering, it's going to give it a different feeling very quickly. And you end up in a nice situation where it's like, cool, I have the same amount of notes playing just on different stuff. Maybe you want the simplicity here, right? Like maybe it's not that important, but for a beat that doesn't feel too much.
You trying funny what you want about, all I wanna do. Half of me felt like one of you that I couldn't leave when I wanted to. One you knew.
Yeah, I'm just missing like some more depth in the production here, and then here I'm missing a little setup, like a drum fill or something in the vocals, which I know you can't really control, or like a cool reverse sound. Doesn't have to be super dramatic, but just something to suck you into that third chorus. Never really thought of changing one of the notes to a different sound. Hey, you know, sometimes I have ideas. They're not often good ideas, but sometimes I have ideas. So I would definitely recommend giving that a go in your production, because sometimes it's like, oftentimes I'll end up with like, while I'm experimenting, trying to find the right sound, especially recently, I'll end up having a bunch of different sounds lined up, and sometimes, you know, you're like, oh, I gotta delete this stuff for CPU, but sometimes it's worth it before you get rid of it. You're like, let me just take one note out of the thing that I already have and just like drop it in here. And sometimes it's just a short moment. It's just a single note that's been pulled out of a melody or out of something else, and it's not even like taken out, it's just like copied, But those little extra bits of like texture, that's like, it's low in the mix and it's whatever, but it helps break up loops, especially if they're spaced apart. You're not going to be able to place it as a listener. Like, why is this something I can listen to 100 times and it still feels deep? And it's because like the more intricate and like subtle your layering becomes, the more you retain the advantages of like a simple composition, right? Of a simple like chord progression or a simple set of melodies, but them being spread out across a bunch of different sounds and like always weaving their way in and out of the song just makes it, to me, super addictive. It's been my experience in like my own music and like especially in other people's music. It's just makes it amazing. All right, next up, the wonderful Hans Claire. Go Stream Moon Lady. Yes, Go Stream Moon Lady. Where is Moon Lady?
Backtrack, let me know if you're done with
What?
me for real. I can't just let you go. Would you tell me what's the deal?
Love the tremolo. This is giving Tyler the Creator vibes a little bit. In terms of tonality as well, like, super cool.
I'll backtrack, let me know if you're done with me for real. I can't just let you go. Would you tell me what's the deal?
I can't even think of feedback. This is just cool. I'd like to hear a full arrangement of this. With a bit of a longer intro. Like, I actually would like probably 15 seconds of like intro before you get into drums. Or before you hit like the full vibe. There's like, I feel like there's like one more in between stage of like intro before we hit like chorus that I think would be cool. Because I don't know, I'm finding that like, not that the chorus sounds cheap, but it doesn't feel like it's been deservingly built up to enough. It feels very fast that we progress into the chorus, and in that case you can either leave the intro out, although I think it really adds a lot, or I think make the intro a little longer. Because it'll also make this contrast of like going into something much drier in terms of mix more satisfying. It's like the production's just mint. Like you've always had mint production, but goddamn, everything is satisfying. Yeah, it is. It's everything about this is just yummy. I love the little tremolo that we get to. Super cool. I think the feedback is for the audience. Go Stream Moon Lady. We can't have a sad Hans Claire, or else we will get very different flavor of bangers. And the world is not ready for that. That would be rough. Alright, let's see if there's anything else that's been submitted before I... Oh! A conky tune. Wait a damn minute. We haven't had one of these in a while. Shit. It's time for the daily dose of future bounce. I'm gonna skip the extended intro. Ooh. Oh my god, what is this picture? What? This is insanely gorgeous. Ooh, yeah, nice. Nice, nice, nice. What? Those harmonies. Wow, this is insanely good, dude. If you're still making these on FL Mobile, I'm gonna like eat dry pasta. I'm loving this vocal chop too. I love this thing in the background. It's like, da, 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 da. Wow. Love that. Ooh. Love that. That's great. All I would say is here you need like an Atmos sample of like a like crickets, you know, like just a little bit of like something to give like a little bit of extra. The other thing I would say is like this filter. Instead of doing the lead here, take the vocal chop. Use the vocal chop, playing it on the same notes as here. Do 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 do, boo do do, and then you switch it to the lead. Do 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 do. So we get like a little bit of do do do, like da 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 da, do 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 do, like however the melody goes, and then it drops into. So good. It's such a pretty track. This is so cool. Bro said eat dry pasta like it isn't a normal thing to do. Not uncooked dry pasta. Is it too late to send one more? I have so many ideas. Yeah, send me one more. After that, I probably will actually go because I'm really hungry and I need to get food. But you know, I like hearing you guys' music. It's been a while. Unfortunately, I have bad news. I'm traveling again on Sunday, but I'll see if I can squeeze in a feedback session because I'll be in a place where I can probably do one. It might be a bit scuffed. We'll see. I won't make any promises, but if I can do it, I will. If I can't do it, I'm sorry. I'll be back again in 2 weeks, and then I don't know. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to keep doing live stream feedbacks, just because life is pulling me in a direction where I'll be traveling a lot, and I won't have any time to be at home, basically. So we'll see. I'll either try to change the format so that it's recorded, or I don't want to stop completely. That sounds lame and not fun. Alright, let's go. Hans Clear. We'll find out. Okay, wait, let me do this, and then we'll do this. Yeah. Oh, man. Kunky tune fills my soul. Tatan Bomboklad. Okay. Nice. What the hell? What the fuck? Magnifique. And super like commercial sound in a good way. Yep. This is so tough. What the fuck? I mean, honestly, just release this. What else are you gonna do to it? Like, what else are you gonna do to it, my boy? It's perfect. It's perfect. Fantastic. Exceptional. It's for the contest. I hope you win. Can I vote? Can I overthrow a government on your behalf? I mean, you've deserved some W's for a while. Like, you are such a good producer, and especially over the last like year, you've really just ascended. So kudos, man. This is so good. I can't wait for this to be released. I fucking love this picture. This picture is so cool. Alright, with that, we're gonna get something different. Missing a lot of stuff with this general arrangement. This is a remix version of a single I'm working on for a big project next year. Ooh, big project. I like the sound of that. Okay. Hey. Wow. What? Oh, yeah, that snare is so satisfying. What? Yeah! Nah, you're too good. You're too good. He cooked too hard is real. This is so good. It's so good. I love the arrangement of this. This especially just... Oh, the way the kick and the snare roll comes in. I thought I would hate it, but it goes mega hard because you have... Yeah, you have the dopest fill of all time. Literally my only wish, like my only point of feedback is just like, I wish this bass was a little bigger. This like boo boo boo. Like just a little bit more like warmth to it. Like a little bit more mid, something. Oh, even that pattern is just like... This is magnificent. I love this. It's so good. I can't get over this. I'm hypnotized. Like, yeah. Walk him up. Send him to the gulag. I can't get over this. What? It sounds so unfathomably like professional. Like there's a level of maturity to this like sound design choice. The patterns are all just mint. Like I can't really imagine it being. Like, what? What? ChatGPT, how do I sell my FL Studio? Like, come on, bro. I love this piece. This is my favorite piece, though. It's like, the way it goes on into this build-up is so good. Yeah! Like, dude. I need this so badly. Please. 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 I need this. I need this to fly with on fucking Monday. Aura, yeah. Can you like send me a version of this so I can listen to it on the plane? I need this to stay sane. Like, oh, this is fantastic. NCS, please, please, please send it to like a Monster Cat or an NCS. Like when you're happy with it, because it's. I swear, it's so good. It will just pop off. I know I say that frequently, but like. I can't understand how someone can listen to this and not just want to party. Like, it's so unique. It's so unique as well. Like, it's so fresh. it has so many like elements that feel really familiar but aren't like it's such a new combination. Like what? Also, the control of reverb is just magnificent. Too good not to power off? Yeah. Yeah, dude. Please. Oh my god. I'm in awe. I'm in sheer awe of how good this is. Well, I think that's a good place to end it off. Thank you. I really hope I see you guys next week. Interesting is supposed to low-key be a cool moment on an album, but it could work as a standalone track. Oh my god. It doesn't even matter to me. Like if you could I want it. I want it to be out there. I want people to celebrate it because it deserves to be celebrated. That's so good. So good. Like, it doesn't even need a vocal. It's just a banger. Straight up. Like, if someone asks me, what are you putting on the aux? That's it. Like, that's it. Just like, boom. Don't play with me. Alright. Thank you guys for the banging IDs. I hope I was able to give you some useful feedback. You know, it's a good day. We got a whole page of clipboard notes stowed away for now. Okay, whatever. And I'll see you guys again, hopefully soon. Goodbye. Goodbye.